All right, welcome back, the Genius. So I will have to start this session by apologizing because I don't think I really did a great job in the last session. Not that I didn't teach well, but I actually have a standard, and then the standard is to give my students top notch. So I already told you that this regular expression is something that is very tricky. So I want to teach it the best way I can, the best way you can understand this. So what I thought was that I needed to give it do better than that. Okay. So even the way we ended it, it didn't actually end well about the flags and stuff like that, about the anchors. So in this session, I'm just going to talk more about flags and anchors. Okay, I'm just going to teach flags and anchors extensively. Okay, I'm going to teach them extensively. So what do we do here? Let's start afresh from. We have talked about flags, but in this session we are going to talk more about the different flags. Last time we only talked about two, so but I'm going to give you more details about this flag and explain this thing better for you. Okay, all right. So in JavaScript, regular expression flags are optional modifiers that change how the pattern is interpreted. So they are modifiers. So whenever you have a flag attached to your regular expression, JavaScript gives it another meaning. JavaScript interprets it in another way. All right. So we use flags to tell JavaScript, okay, I want you to interpret this way. All right. So they are added after the closing of a regular literal. When you're creating a regular expression, you either use the literal syntax, or you use the regular expression constructor. Okay, so now both of them have the options where you can actually add the flags. Both of them have the options. So we are going to see. And remember that I told you that we are going to dedicate a section to this regular expression constructor pattern. We look at the objects, we look at the methods that are available, and we look at everything that needs to be um, known about it. Okay, so now the first flag we are going to take a look is the global flag. All right. That's the first flag, the global flag. So now the global flag finds all matches instead of stopping after the first match. It will match all matches instead of stopping at the first flag, at the first match. So now this is an example, but I will take you to the browser, and I will also take you back to code. So let's do something here. I'm going to take all these things out. So I'm going to say, um, I love what I love. All right. All right. So you can see here that we have I two times and we have love two times. So, but if I go on to look for just I, okay? If I go on to, let me remove this flag. Let me remove that flag. Okay. So now, yes, I love this example. You can see that we have two I's, and one is lowercase and one is uppercase. And now it's only matching one case, one of them. So you remember JavaScript is case sensitive. So capital I and small I, they are not the same thing. Okay. So, but there is a way you can add a flag to tell JavaScript that, okay, I don't want it to be case sensitive, but we'll come to that later. So let me change this into capital I. All right. So, and then for this for the global flag sake, I just have to do capital I. So you can see that it only found the first occurrence. It didn't take account. It didn't take the second occurrence into account. Okay? So look at it. But if you want to imagine I love what I love, I. Now we have three I's, and the first one is only taking account of. So if you want to take account of all the possible occurrences of that pattern you're looking for, you can go to flag and you add global. You can see now, since we have added the global flag, it is now matching every one of them. Every one of them. So the global flag helps you to take account of every occurrences of that particular pattern you're looking for. If I go on to search, I'm looking for love. Okay, so because I'm using the global flag, it is matching the two of them. But if I remove the global flag, it only match the first occurrence. Okay, I hope you get this. So let me take you to code. Now I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to go back and I will create My string is I love what I love. Okay? And this. So my regular expression is this. My regex is this. What do I want to look for? I want to look for I. Sorry, I want to look for I. Now, let's do this. This is the results is equal to string dot match. Now, remember I told you that the string has some methods that uses regular expression. So we are going to dedicate another session to just discuss about that. But for now, let's use the match. This match would expect a regular expression. So we are going to give it the regex, regular expression that we have created. And now let's console.log our results. Okay, so now this is our result. So if I run this code now, you're going to see what we are going to get. Okay, the result will be an array. Okay, the result is going to be an array. All right. Yes, we haven't talked about array yet. We haven't discussed array in details, but don't worry. Okay, so we'll talk about it. So you can see this one you're seeing here, it says that this array contains one item. So because you can see we have two eyes here, but we are not getting the two eyes because we are not telling JavaScript to interpret this thing as, okay, I want more than one occurrence. So if we now put the G, the global flag here, all right, that means it's going to take account of the two eyes. So if I run this now, you can see we now have two items. So it took account of the two eyes. In case I also have come here and include another eye, you understand? So that means we are going to have three eyes. Okay, so it's going to be three now. So, but if I remove the global, that means I just want the first occurrence. I do not care about multiple occurrences. I just want the first occurrence to give me the first one only. So if you want to take account, if you want to take account of multiple occurrences, you have to use the G flag, the global flag. But if you don't care, you just want to test just one, okay, all right. So now, in case we have an assignment or we have something to do, and we want to check how many eyes do we have in this our string. So we can say, okay, we want to use the global I, and then our result, we can just say, because our result is going to return the number of occurrences, we can just say res.length. Do you understand? And when we run this thing now, it's going to give us the length. How many eyes do we have? So when we run this, we are going to get 3. So in case we remove any one, it is now 2. So we are going to get 2. Do you understand? And if you remove the global flag, of course, you'll get 1 because it will only take account of the first occurrence. Okay, I think I have done justice to this. So, but in case you do not understand it, in case you have any difficulty, please reach out. Ask your question in the question box. Click on the chat, that chat button to reach out to us, or you reach out to your instructor directly. We're always available. Okay. Okay, so the next flag is case insensitive. Like you know, JavaScript is case sensitive. So capital I and small I are not the same thing. So it makes the match case insensitive. So A matches both A and A. But if you do not put this flag, A will not match capital A. Small letter, lowercase a, uppercase A, it will not match it. Okay. So if you can see here, we have lowercase hello or true. But here we are testing for hello, uppercase. All right. So now let's go to the browser and we'll come to code. Now you can see I'm looking for love here. But what if I say love? You can see there is no match. There is no match because the love I have here is a lowercase l, but the one I'm searching for is uppercase L. So if I go now and add the case insensitive, you can see it got a match. If I also have the global, it will match the two of them. But if I remove the case insensitive, it matches none because we do not have uh, any love in there that has start with capital letter. So, but if I go on and say this, okay, it can be anything at all. The case doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't matter. So, however you put the case, it doesn't matter. So, if you're not interested in the case sensitivity of whatever you're doing, then you can now add this flag, the I flag, the case insensitive flag, telling JavaScript that I want this thing to be case insensitive. Okay. All right. So let's go to code and see what we can do there. So here, I want to find love, or even this I can go with the I. Now, if I go with the I now and run this, of course, we are not going to get anything because we don't have any small lowercase I in there. So we have. Okay, now I'm trying to read length out of a null value. Sorry. So that was the error. I'm trying to read length out of a null value. So that's why I got that error. So look at it. It says cannot read properties of null because this rest is going to be null because there was no match. So that was why. So but if you don't want to have this mistake, let me just show you how you do it. You can say rest like this. Remember when we did this operator, all right? Object chaining operator. Okay, we did it. So I can now say length. So if I run this now, I will not get any error, but I will get undefined. You understand? Instead of getting that error that will crash my application, I will get undefined. Okay, so that is it. So now, but to show you that this, whenever there is no match, all right, your result will be this match will return a null value. So we got null, all right? So, but the thing is this, we are looking, this is case sensitive. So we don't want it to be case sensitive. So we cannot add the I flag, which is the case insensitive flag. So if I run it now, of course, I'm going to get something. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether it is small letter I or uppercase I. All right, so that is the case insensitivity. So that's that flag. Then the next flag we have is the next flag we have is the dot all flag. Now you remember when we were talking about characters, all right, we used in our the special characters we use, the characters we use in our in regular expression. The dot, when you say you're searching for a pattern and you say you're searching for dot, all right, the dot will match any character at all except new line character. So let me take just a recap before I explain what the dot or flag is. So when I go back to browser, okay, if I say dot, all right, I'm looking for every character, no matter what the character is, except new line. So if I come here and put a new line, okay, this would not really it not really show here very well, but this will match every character except a new line. So I think I will not get a very good example here. Let me go back to code and I think I will get a very good example here. Now look at it. Okay, so now let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to search for my pattern is dot. And whenever you use dot, that means you're searching for, you're going to get every character at all. So, but except new line character. So if I run this thing now and say res.length, I want to know how many items do we have in this our result. If I run this thing now, you're going to see we would have the number of items in that string. Oh, sorry, I didn't do global. You can see because I'm not using global. It just gave me the first occurrence of a character. But if I now say global, it will give me all the occurrences. I believe this is sinking in now. Okay. Now I got 19. So we have 19 characters. Now this dots, all right, will get you both white spaces except new line character. The only thing it will not get is all this new line character, carriage return, and all those tab. But it will get you every character at all. But it will not include the new line character. But what if you want to include the new line character? Now, if I do this, now if I say this is the new line character, okay, let me show you something. Let me print instead of first of all, let me just print this string. this new line character is going, this new line, this backslash n that I put is going to make this love to be printed in the next line. That's a new line character. I believe you know what new line character is. If you don't know, please ask for more explanation. But look at it. I'll print this thing, and it's going, this is the way it's going to be printed out. I love what I, then this love was now printed in a new line. So that's why we call it a new line character. So if you want something to be printed in a new line, you don't want it to be printed in the same line, then you use the new line character. But if, imagine now, if I remove this thing now, if I remove the new line character, it will be printed in the same line instead of printing in different lines. Do you understand it now? Okay. So now, normally, okay, this dot will not get a new line character. It will not match a new line character. It won't match it. So, but if you want it to match it, you will now use the dot or flag. So I'll go back and say res.length. So without the dot or, okay, let me show you something. So we are going to print the length of the items we have in that string, the match we got. We got 19 because this dot is matching every character, both white spaces and any character at all, except a new line character, okay? So once we do that, but now, look at it. If I add a new line character, it is supposed to be 20 now, but it will not keep account of it. It will not take account of it. It's still 19. But if you now want your dot to get to take the new line character into account, or the carriage return, or the tab, all right, you will have to use s. S is the dot or flag. So if I run this thing now, it is going to put this into account now. It's going to take account of the new line character. Remember, without this flag, the S flag, the dot or flag that I just put now, the length is 19. But if I run this now, it is going to now be 20. Do you understand now? It has added. So even if I come here and say tab, okay, this is tab, all right? It can also keep account of it. It's not 21. All right. If I come here and say carriage return, these are special characters. We did this. Okay. We have done this either in HTML or in JavaScript. We have done this. Okay. So if I run this, it's not 22. But if I ever remove the dot or flag, that means it's no longer going to take account of all this tab, new line character, or carriage return. So if I run this now, it's going to come back to 19. Oh, okay, so sorry, it's just only the new line character that is not going to take account of. So, but it takes account of the tab. All right, that is why you see. So if I remove this now and remove the carriage return, so it's taking account, it gets it's only the new line character that it will not get. Okay, so now that is it. Okay, so the flag is what? The flag is S. Okay, the flag is S. All right. So carriage return, new line character, you can take account of them. All right. So another flag is the Unicode flag. Okay, we all know what Unicode is because in one of the sessions in JavaScript here, we talked about character set and character encoding. Character set, ASCII, ANSI, right? I think ANSI, Unicode. Then these are character set. But for character encoding, we have UTF-8, UTF-60, UTF-32. So now the Unicode has more character set than the ANSI and the ASCII. All right. So that is why the Unicode it includes every language at all that is in this world, not just the English alphabet only. So if in case you want to make a search and you want to use Unicode character, all right, then you would have to use this flag. You have to use the U flag. So imagine that you want to test for this emoji. This emoji here, the character set the Unicode is this now. So this is how you do it. So just pardon me. Let me copy that code. Oh my God, did I put it off? Oh, sorry. All right, sorry about that. Okay. All right, so now I just have to take this. I just have to take this example because I don't really know that code offhand, unless I will now have to go and start searching for it. So now the Unicode, it enables Unicode matching. So if you want to match, if the pattern you want to match is a Unicode pattern, then you have to use this Unicode flag. So let's assume that um, let's assume this. Okay, so this is my regular expression. All right. And this is my test. So this is my test. This is what I'm testing for. I'm testing for this emoji. Okay. And I'll have to take this guy off now. Okay. So now my string is testing for this emoji. Now this is how you do it. Now the Unicode for this emoji is 1F600. Okay. So when we run this, we are going to find it. Okay, we found it. But let's say instead of 600, I said 601. That means it's not the Unicode for this particular emoji. So when I run this, it will not match. It will return null. It will give us error. Remember, this is actually null. So we cannot ask for any property of a null value. So when I run, we get null. So now, how do you check for? Now let's check for A. Capital A, what's this thing again? Okay, so this is how you look for it. Now, when you get this is the Unicode value. All right, this is the Unicode value. All right, but what you do is this. Let's start afresh and write this. This is how you write it. First of all, your double forward slashes, then you backslash u, curly brace, then the value. Oops, sorry. And the value is a what? A sorry, 1F 1F. Am I correct? 1F600. Okay. Okay, 1F600, I'm correct. All right. So this is it. You see how it was done. So if I run this now, we are going to get a value. Okay. Okay, sorry, I didn't use, you see, I didn't add the flag, so that is why I didn't find it. I didn't add the Unicode flag. That is why it gave us no. But if I run it now, it's going to give us an item. Okay. So now let me do a simpler example. Let me go and ask for Unicode of character A. So this is the Unicode for character A, 0041. That's the Unicode. So I go back to my code. Now, instead of searching for this emoji, I want to search for capital A, letter uppercase A, and this thing is 0041. So that's the Unicode, so 0041. So take a look at how I'm doing it. So if I search for this now, am I going to get a value? Yes, because the Unicode I'm searching for is A. So I got it. But if I say 42 should be B, that means that's not the Unicode for this letter I'm searching for. So I wouldn't get it. It will be no. But in case I put B here, I guess 42 will be B. So if I run this now, I think we'll get something. All right, so we got B. All right, so this is the Unicode, and how if you want to search for Unicode, uh, of course, this is not when you have this A, B, or something English alphabet, you're not going to be searching with Unicode because there's no need. You can just use you don't need to use the Unicode flag. But in case you want to search for emojis, you want to search for other Unicode value, Chinese characters, and all that, you will have to use this Unicode. So that is where you use it. Okay. And the next one is the sticky. The sticky. Now, please pay attention. This sticky is tricky. All right. So now the sticky matches from the last index. So let me show you something. Okay. We'll still talk about this particular property when we talk about regular expression and co. So, but look at it. If I try to print, if I say console.log, this regex dot last index, if I print the last index, okay, and again after this, I'm going to print another one um, after we have found a match. Okay, before testing, before matching, and after matching. So let's see. Let's run this, then I will explain. If I run this without debugging, you can see that the first value is 0. Okay. Um, Okay, let me bring this thing down. The first value is 0. Okay, let me search for A. Let me search for A. Okay, so I search for A. We got 0, 0. Um, After a match, okay. Um, Wow. Okay. Just my example is not giving me what I want. Let's say I love what I love. Okay. So what am I looking for? Let me not use this unique code. Okay. Let me just go straight using. So I'm looking for capital I. So if I run this code now, the first index will definitely be 0. Okay. 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 Yes. I'm so sorry. No wonder. Now look at it. Um, If I use the flag Y, which is the sticky flag, and run this, I think I'll get what I'm expecting. Thank you very much. Okay, okay. So now let me show you something. Okay, this last index, every regular expression have last index. So the last index is at what index, at what position the character that I matched, at what position was it? You remember I have explained this index thing to you several times. So this I, first of all, before a match is done, the last index is always 0. So whenever it now got a match, it will increment it. So the last index will now be +1. Okay. So now, if you want to work with index, okay, if you want to look for indices, if you want to search, if you want to match any of the pattern by their index in that particular string, you have to use the sticky index, the sticky flag. So now, what I did here is this. If I want to look for, I, okay, let's say I have okay, let's do this. I have this I. So if I want to look for this second I by index, so the first I will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so if I want to look for this particular I on index 12, what I would do is this. I would first of all change this regular expression last index to be 12, so that it will go and it will match the item, the character, that the I that is at the index of 12. So let's see if we get a match. When I run this, we got a match. You can see. Then look at it. After it got that match, it now incremented the last index to be 13, so +1. But if it didn't get any match, the last index will be reset to 0. I want you to get that. Let's assume now, instead of 12, I gave 18. That means it's not going. I'm saying look for, I want you to start searching from index 18, and I want you to search for capital I for me. So from index 18, we do not have I, so it will return null. And then once it returns null, since it didn't match anything, the last index value will now be what? 0. So look at it. If I run this thing now, all right, the last index, instead of anything more than 0, it will be 0. So it will be null and 0. So the thing is this. If you want to search by indices, all right, you have to use the sticky flag. And you have to understand the last index always start from 0. Then whenever you get a match, it will increment by 1. So you can now set the last index to the index you want to start from. If you want to start from a particular index, maybe I don't want to start from this, I don't want to start from the beginning of this string. I want to start from a particular, let's say instead of 0, the first index, I want to start from index 8. So of course it's going to match this I, because I will be matched. So if I run this now, it will get it. Okay, so this I is not in it. Okay, I can just say dot. Do you understand? I want to match any character after index 8. Of course, it will match it. and let's see what we get. It will give us the first one. So you can see it got H for us. H is should be the index 8, and then this last index was incremented by 1. That is now 9. So whenever you want to work with index positioning, all right, you have to use this sticky flag, okay? It's very tricky, but just take your time and understand it. And if you don't understand, please ask a question so that we can also clear you. Or you can just reach out to us, the instructor, hit the chat button, just reach out to us. We're always available to explain more to you, okay? Then the last one, multi-line. All right. So, the last session we did, we had issues with the anchors. It's because we were not using the multi-line. The anchors only work with the multi-lines, okay, with the multi-line flag. So I didn't include it. All right. So that was why it was not working the way we expected. So we have these anchors. This multi-line allows us to use these anchors well. Okay. So you can see in this example, hello, new line word, and say this anchor, now we talked about it last time. This anchor says starts with. Okay. Now, let's go to browser. I think the browser will give us a better example. So let's say um, I'm looking for anything that starts with L, but I would have to use the multi-line. For me to use these anchors, I'll have to use the multi-line. Okay, so this doesn't start LOV. Okay, so this is not the best example. Let's say get me what to eat. So if I say I'm looking for something that starts with EAT, I will remove the case insensitivity and also remove the global flag. So if I say I want something that starts with, okay, get, all right? So this is, now this multi-line, you can see I was looking for something that starts with EAT, and I wasn't getting it. Now this thing only works on a new line. So if I have another line and I say eat what I gave you. So if I now go on to say I'm looking for it, but you can see there is no match. But because it is not case sensitive, if I go and add the case insensitivity, you can see it matched it now. So this thing with this anchors, the start anchor or the ending anchor, they only work on a new line. So that's why you're going to use the M, which is the multi-line. So you said I want to make use of the multi-line. So you can see it here. This it was not matched, but we got the one that matched the new line, the one that started in the new line. Okay, so that is it. All right. So I can also say I want something that ends with, if I say I want something that ends with 8, okay, instead of start with 8, I want something that ends with 8. Now, this is the end this thing. You can see now this one was mashed because this whole line ends with, I want a line that ends with 8, or I want a line that starts with 8. Do you understand this? So this is a new line. It has to be, for you to mark this, it has to be in a new line. All right. So if you want to use this anchor, the start anchor and the end anchor, you have to make sure that you're working with multi-lines. So the first line, the second line, the start of the line and the end of the line, that is what you're targeting. I want you to understand that because it can be very confusing. Okay, so that is it. Then we have already seen these anchors, start of a string and end of a string, and we have already seen it. So this is where we end. And in case you do not understand something, please reach out to us. Chat us up on our WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp numbers, you have it. Chat us up and let us explain to you. Go to the group, ask a question, Just, we are here, okay? Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next session.